They looked like the perfect family, smiling in photos, waving to neighbors, living in a quiet home on the edge of town. But behind those closed doors was a darkness no one imagined. When police entered the house on a winter morning in 2014, what they found would haunt investigators for years. This isn't fiction. This is a true crime documentary, a story about love, control, and a secret so twisted it destroyed everyone who kept it. The Johnsons lived in a small suburb outside Denver, Colorado. Robert Johnson was a respected firefighter. His wife, Emily, taught art at the local elementary school. They had 2 children, Lily, 10, and Noah, 7. Neighbors called them the kindest family on the block. Every weekend, they hosted barbecues, attended church, and posted happy photos online. But inside their home, things were far from perfect. Robert was controlling. Friends said Emily often covered bruises with long sleeves and heavy makeup. Yet she always smiled and said, "I just fell, it's nothing." In December 2014, Emily stopped coming to work. She told colleagues she was taking a short break to focus on family. Days passed, then weeks. The school tried calling. No response. Neighbors said they hadn't seen Emily or the kids since Christmas Eve. When a coworker finally called the police for a welfare check, officers arrived to find the front door locked but the car still parked in the driveway. What they found inside would make national headlines. The house was silent. Dinner plates still on the table, Christmas decorations half taken down. In the bedroom upstairs, they found Robert Johnson, dead from a gunshot wound to the head. Beside him, a note that simply read, "Forgive me. I couldn't protect them." Police searched the rest of the house and found the bodies of Emily and both children in the basement. At first, it seemed like a murder-suicide, Robert killing his family before turning the gun on himself. But nothing about it made sense. Investigators noticed something strange: the gun was wiped clean. Robert's fingerprints weren't on it. And the handwriting on the note didn't match his. Then they found something else, an old surveillance camera hidden behind the family television, still recording. When they checked the footage, the truth began to unfold. 2 nights before the murders, a man entered through the back door using a key. He walked straight to Emily's art studio, as if he'd been there before. It was Mark Turner, a fellow teacher from her school. For months, Emily had been confiding in him about her abusive marriage. What started as friendship had turned into an affair. And when Emily told Mark she was going to leave her husband, things spiraled out of control. According to police reports, Mark confessed weeks later. He said he came to help Emily confront Robert, but the argument turned violent. He panicked and shot Robert. Then, terrified of what he'd done, he staged the scene to look like a murder-suicide, even writing the fake note. When Emily threatened to call the police, he turned the gun on her and then the children. He claimed he didn't mean to hurt them, but the evidence told a colder truth. He cleaned the crime scene, erased fingerprints, and left without calling for help. The community was shattered. People couldn't understand how the friendly art teacher and her secret lover had been hiding a nightmare. Mark Turner was arrested, charged with 4 counts of murder, and sentenced to life without parole. In court, he broke down only once, when Emily's mother stood up and said, "You didn't just kill my daughter. You killed our faith in love." The case became one of the most watched trials in Colorado's history, a story that blurred the line between passion and possession. Years later, the Johnson house still stands empty. No one has moved in. Neighbors say they sometimes see lights flicker in the basement at night and hear faint music playing from Emily's old art room. But for most, the real haunting is emotional, a reminder that sometimes, monsters don't come from the shadows. They come from the people we trust the most. This case was more than just a tragedy. It was a mirror, reflecting how love, when twisted by control and fear, can become lethal. Every year, thousands of domestic violence cases end before they begin, hidden behind smiles and closed curtains. The Johnson story may be over, but the warning it leaves behind still echoes. Evil doesn't always break in. Sometimes, it's already home. And if this story gave you chills or made you think twice about what happens behind closed doors, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more true crime stories that reveal the dark side of human nature. Because sometimes, truth is far scarier than fiction.